15 YouTubers, from FP1 Will, who hosts the comedy review, to Law VS and F1 Unchained, who keep you up to date with the news, and even podcast hosts, mobile gamers, and F1 edit creators. With a combined subscriber count of over 500,000, I decided to get all of these guys together and do a race in the Creator Slop League. This is the highlights of the race, and if you do enjoy, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Over to the commentators.
Taron across the line, 29-1 as the first lap in qualifying.
And we know Taron's been putting a bit of practice in.
Looking on with Mr. V, of course, everybody has got their own liveries as well. There's no McLaren, there's no Williams, there's no Aston Martin or anything like that. Everybody's in their own car, as Daryl puts in a 27.7 as his fastest time. That's a great run.
We should also point out for the moment that Mr. V, unfortunately, there's a bit of a story behind it. I don't know if anybody's watched this live stream so far, but definitely do go check it out. He ordered a wheel about a week ago. He was expecting to have it for this weekend, and now he's on controller.
I'm using this. Fucking full Moser, direct drive, pneumatic pedals, piss off.
Going through, we'll see Foreman and Duck try and cross the line. He's going to go up into 5th with 29.5. That's actually not bad. As Dan comes into the pits. Dan, my God.
He's in 6th.
I'm surprised. He did a fair bit of practice, but I know there's a bit more in it. And I believe we can kind of head down to not applicable F1 now if he has anybody or anything to really interject with. James, have you got anything for us so far? They completed their first runs. What's kind of going on here?
Daryl, are you there? We want to check in with you in the pit lane. Provisional pole. How's it going?
Yo, it's going well, thanks.
How are you feeling though? So, provisional pole at the moment, 9 minutes left to go. Can you give us any tactical insight? Are you going to go for another couple of laps? Or are you feeling out and waiting for somebody else to maybe get at least within 0.5 of a second of you?
I'm just going to go out now and feel how the track is. And then the final lap, I'm just going to push and see how far I can get the field.
I love it. It's that Max Verstappen mentality almost, isn't it?
7 minutes 20 remaining on the clock's Canadian flash. Oh, and a massive snap. Out of turn 3.
Through club, final corner. 130.030 puts him in 8th place on the 4th row.
Dan is on a lap as well. We'll see how he kind of comes out at the moment. Speaking of him, there he is at the moment, flying through Maggots and Beckett's, trying to carry maybe 6th gear through this corner.
Through club to the line, 28.8, puts himself into 4th place, top 4.
So Daryl F1 didn't improve either. He's back in the pits. Sparks up to 2nd still, and F1 Unchained. There is your top 3 at the moment.
Here's Will as well, the man known for the comedy review. Can he get a funny time up here? He goes to 11th place. That's not too bad, actually.
Oh, really?
Daryl, F1 Unchained, Minga Gaiman, and Peter Brook are now all out in outlaps, hoping to set a final respectable lap time. Maybe move up the grid. F1 Unchained, he's looking quite good. Maybe a bit of time to find, but he can definitely catch Sparks YT ahead.
I've got the man himself, the man who's putting on the entire show, Dan. Coming into you. You've just come into the pits, 4th fastest at the moment, just outside of the podium places, and I don't want to put any pressure on you, but the comments are saying that they will unfollow you if you don't get a podium place. Does that help or does that hinder?
That definitely hinders because I know how fast some of the people in this lobby are, and I was not on for a podium today, but please don't unfollow, guys. Please hit subscribe button. Please like. Please give lots of money to me. I need it. Otherwise, I die of thirst.
Maybe we should give him a little bit of slack and not expect him to be right up there with some of the best racers that we've got in the community.
As we're watching F1 Unchained, he was 6/10 up in the middle sector. Can he find a bit more? That only puts him about 4/10 away from Daryl at the moment. Sparks YT on an outlap, he'll have to try and beat him. Can F1 Unchained hold it through the final corners, out through club? He's going to be flat out, deploy the ERS, is starting the charge, he's used it all, and he goes 2nd with a 28.2, just about edging out Sparks YT. Kind of see where the times lay out. FP1 Will on a lap as well, everybody's on a lap, but it looks like Will may have a bit of wing damage actually.
Oh no, mate, come on. Oh, Minge. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake.
Bra. Serious? Ah, freaking hell, bro. I need to actually say sorry to him and nothing more. Stupid. I am stupid.
Yeah, that's probably it for his qualifying then. I don't imagine that you're going to be able to put a time together without a win. Yeah, he's coming in. So best he's got is 11th.
Formula Duck's coming out of the final corner for the end of this qualifying session. Can he boost himself up a few places?
Ooh.
He goes second, less than 2 tenths behind Daryl F1.
Second? Oh my gosh, I'm 1/10 off. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's so stupid. Oh, I'll take second. I'll take it. Just hope no one behind gets it better.
Checkers are
And
out.
we see Mr. V, the controller master. He's gone off the track. He's gone off the track again. He's a bit sideways. Can he recover it? Does the time count as well? He's only going to be 13th, unfortunately, at the moment.
Get the fuck out the way. Oh, mate. Did he go in the pits? Did he park it on the fucking club and then go in the pits?
Taron crossed the line, finishes 5th. Dan is in 6th. FP1 Will, as we saw him there, he got damage on his front wing. They're racing across the line there. Law VS in P10. He didn't manage to improve his time. Mr. V as well sticks in that 13th place at the moment. Formula Duck, is he going for another lap, I wonder?
I don't imagine so. He's coming through cops now. Daryl to the line. He's up through 2 sectors. What's he doing through the third? He goes to a 27.5, puts himself firmly on pole position. And it doesn't look like anybody's going to be able to beat Minga to 7th place. So puts himself in that top half of the grid. Dime isn't running, and Formula Duck has finished his push lap. So that is it for qualifying. You're going to put Daryl and Formula Duck on the front row here.
And here's our starting grid for the race. Taking up last place is Charles from the Trackside Tales podcast, who had some technical issues in qualifying. Then also suffering from an EA moment is Simple, the sim racing equipment reviewer. In 13th, we have controller player Mr. V, who's not quite at the back for the start of this race. Then in 12th, we have Dime, the track creator, this time trying to race. In 11th, it's the host of the comedy review, FP1 Will. And in 10th, it's the F1 news broadcaster always stuck in his attic, Law VS. Up in 9th, we have Canadian Flash Racing, who depending on how this race goes, might be simulating some other outcomes. In 8th, we have the man who knows everything about F1 history, Peter Brook. Then moving into 7th, we have Minge, who's an F1 edits creator, as well as posting extra clips to his gaming channel. And in 6th, we've got Dan No Skill, professional idiot. In 5th place, there's Taron, the ultimate Formula 1 meme creator. And in 4th place ahead of him is Sparks, usually a mobile gamer, but this time trying the buggy mess that is the official game. Taking up the first of the podium spots at the moment in 3rd is F1 Unchained, your go-to place for any F1 news. And in 2nd place, one of the funniest F1 creators on the platform, Formula Duck, is just behind our pole sitter, who is Daryl F1, representing the F1 edits community. That's your grid. Let's head to the formation lap.
But during the formation lap, we'll see how they go now as they set off. As seen here, we can see the tyres, top 3 all starting on the soft to get away as quick as possible. Sparks and Taron starting on the mediums, hoping to go long, and so is Minga Gaming, but Simples on the hards.
Could be trying to run long. I'm not surprised that he's starting like that from the back, but we'll see. We'll see. As everybody's lining themselves up now, F1 Unchained's got a pretty good starting position there as the lights are coming on now.
Absolutely. So we're going to get this Creator Slop racing underway. DRS disabled for the first lap, of course. We've got 5 lights on, and there's been a jump start for Formula Duck, and he's going to get a drive-through penalty for that, surely. Daryl F1 sets away. On pole, he holds the lead. F1 Formula Duck coming up behind. Is he going to go for the move to turn 3? He's showing us no, as Daryl depends perfectly. Someone hasn't got going at the moment. F1 Unchained seems to have an issue at the moment, but never mind that. Sparks YT tucked up behind Formula Duck. Then Dan up to 4th. What a rocket start from him. He's in 4th at the moment. Mr. V making up loads of positions. 4 positions he's made on the first lap, and now he's behind Peter Brook.
There's plenty more position changes coming through into Brooklands. We go down the inside. Goes Dan on Sparks. Makes that move very nicely into Luffield, though. Is Sparks going to fight back? He's going to try and give it a go. Round again! Round they go again!
He's taking someone else with him. That is absolutely... and he's collected someone else, and Dan is out on lap 1.
Fuck! God damn it! I've got no front wing.
That place back, I'm afraid. That was an illegal overtake.
What? What do you mean 3 illegal overtakes? part was illegal. Yeah, I slammed into someone, sure, but other than that. All right, let's do this. Those were clean overtakes, I'll have you know.
Okay. Did it start? What the heck was that?
Ready for the start of the race. It's lights out and away we go. Very early, actually. Ooh! And we are up to P5, I think. What the hell? Very good. Why illegal overtake? Where is... No, why illegal... Why illegal... Why was illegal overtake? What the hell? Okay, P6. I didn't understand that illegal overtake, but... Guys, if you can explain this illegal overtake... I don't know.
What is happening? Yeah, the lights just went out immediately and I got crashed into in the back. Yeah, I have no...
Did you survive, boys, or...?
Yeah,
oh, cool.
I've lost my front wing end plate.
Oh, Dano skill pushing out everyone! Dano skill, what are you doing? Before. Dano skill pushing! Dano skill retired!
It's time for the race. What? It just went. Okay, fair enough. It what? Well, that's fun. Now I've got like a 10-second penalty, pretty much. This is great, isn't it? Alright, let's pick up some places right off the bat here. Big crash with everyone, whoa!
Good job. VSC deployed. The virtual
What?
safety car has
How do I have it?
We need to keep a positive delta here.
How do I have a 10-second penalty?
What's that? That was weird. No skilly. Alright, buddy. I'll just go through. They killed each other.
Okay. What on earth? Sure, fine. I've never seen the lights go out that quickly before. Down the inside law. Are we ahead of him? Yeah, we are. Top 10, boys. Let's go. Where is this guy going to break? Mr. V, he has left one open on the inside and he's got a damaged front wing! No! VSC, do we pit? Dan, those skills out! Oh, was that me? Oh, shit, that was me! Oh, no! Oh, God, Dan, I'm sorry. I'm never getting invited back to one of these again. Bro killed the main character. Okay.
But I believe James is with one of our victims as we get underway racing again.
Yeah, I had to get him back in. I know that we've only just talked to you, Dan, but it's gone from semi-reasonable to absolutely not happening. What happened there? Talk us through it.
I don't actually know. I've not seen the replay. I'm holding back a lot of very bad words right now. What happened there? Like, I swear I left the space and I just got hit and spun, and then I'd hold my brakes and just like died.
It was quite it was sort of Bottas hungry vibes. You sort of got collected and then collected again and then collected again.
Sorry to interrupt, guys, but Diamond's going for a move on Will FP1. They're after banging and hitting each other into turn 3. Will trying to move over, trying to go over the space, but Diamond has it locked down as he goes past. And safety car, virtual safety car again. Sorry to cut over you, James and Dan, but yeah, it seems everything's kind of kicking off in the first 2 laps. Full safety car now deployed.
Full safety car, something to do, I think, with F1 Unchained, because you might have seen during that interview he was going really slow, and I think he looks like he's just retired on track. So he's going to be a full safety car. Everybody is going to sort of close back up again.
Looks like Mr. V got a piece of the action as well. He dropped 20 seconds behind Will. So he might have had to pit and maybe repair some damage. Drive through there for Taron. Is he going to try and take it at the moment? I don't think he can under safety car conditions, but he's going to try and change tyres. Maybe he has a bit of damage. Simples also with a 10-second penalty for ignoring double yellow flags. So yeah, everything's kind of kicking off in the first 2 laps. Peter Brook has gone on to the intermediates. Okay. Oh. James, you wouldn't mind trying to find out from Peter himself if that was intentional or not? It's a bit odd. Maybe he's predicting rain.
I don't know if we're going to be seeing rain, but one thing that I know is sometimes it is a bit of a game mess up. As actually, we'll cut to James now because I think he has got Peter Brook.
I have managed to grab Peter. I don't want to interrupt him for too long though. Under these virtual safety car conditions, we just want some insight. What's the thought process going on to the intermediate tyres?
The thought process was that I didn't know that it was going to say, "Oh, turn right to get into the pit box," and I did that and pressed right on the analog stick, and it changed the tyres at the last second. So, well, I'm only P10, so I'll come out P12, and yeah.
Hey, you never know. I think we do have the race settings on no weather changes, but if somebody's made a mistake, you could look like an absolute genius.
But yeah, let's try pitting again.
I've grabbed Charles, although I think he's now leaving the pits. We just wanted to get your thoughts, Charles. Obviously, up into third there. You've come into the pits again. What's the thought process?
Well, I've just got a couple penalties. I don't know if they've been served during the pit stop, but it's a crazy race. All I needed to do is keep clean, and I was up to third.
Just a nod of the head from James. He seems to approve of your message there. Anyway, yeah.
I love it. He's planning on another safety car and probably another one too, which by the looks of things, probably a good shout.
The top 3 haven't have pit yet, which is a bit different. Safety cars in this lap anyways, so Formula Duck is in second. For some reason it's showing him up in first on our screen for whatever reason, but nevertheless, Darryl...
And second penalty for a collision with Taron.
There we go.
Oh, give me tire temp. Hell yeah. Maintain speed.
Their temps are good. No! What the hell? What the hell are these? Sorry, boys. 10 seconds! Why? But why? F1 collisions are broken.
Safety car collision. Darryl leads him to the green flag. We'll get info on that after. Darryl's going to hold it right to the end, and he's gone. He's taken the late apex. Trying to drop Formula Duck out of the DRS. Sparks still follows behind. And then Simples up to 4th, who started on the hard tyres with that 10-second penalty, is going to try and nip behind them as well. Bit of battles going on behind. Law VS up to 6th now, trying to defend from Taron. Taron, who has that 10-second time penalty. Is Taron going to send it down the inside? Yes, he is. Is he going to lock up? No, he's not. He's going to maybe small bit of contact with Law VS as here goes Ming. Ming straight into Law VS. Oh, that's unfortunate. But Taron gets one position up there, but Law VS after losing 2 after that contact with Minga.
But because this game sucks, I just did a little touch to Taron down the inside, maybe. Boys, I don't know.
Very much sort of akin to the problem with Dan that we saw at Luffield on lap 1 as Megan is still trying to make a move around the outside of Brooklands, a little bit too far for that to happen. Yes, it says safety car at the top of your screen. That will clear once we have a yellow flag pop up. So do not fear if this is the first time you're watching F1 24 Racing. It is an F1 problem as Mr. V is side by side with CF Racing, and he does get ahead of the Canadian, so he's up to Nightbot, goes off through Cops, is side by side once again. Can the Canadian make it back past into Maggots and Beckett, or he's still 2 abreast, and he does manage to make it.
What a move from Canadian Flash. Ultimate move through Maggots and Beckett's. You don't see many passes there. Mr. V is now under attack from FP1 Will. He's losing a lot of ground at the moment. Wow, Canadian Flash, what a move from him. Can Will storm around the outside of Mr. V? Yes, he can. Can he hold the position on exit? Of course he can. What a move going through there. Mr. V is down 2 positions in half a lap, and Taron has to duck into the pits.
Cracking moves that we've seen already on this safety car restart. Both through the loop, through Cops, into Maggots, Beckett as well. Stowe, a bit of a late dive as well as into Abby. No chance for a move there. For that is Peter Brook on FP1 Will. I believe they come into Village Corner turn 3 around this magnificent circuit. No chance, but Brooklyn's an opportunity, so keep an eye out for that one. We'll see what happens.
We can see Peter Brook right in the gearbox now of FP1 Will. DRS enabled now. Will too far behind of Canadian Flash to get the DRS. Is he going to send it? Peter Brook looks to the inside, gets the apex first, a bit of contact on the outside, and he makes his way through. A bit of braille driving there. Mr. V looking to capitalise should anything go wrong at the moment, and Will has to do the work all over again as Peter Brook starts to gap him.
Love, yes, 41 seconds up on his personal best. Lap wide goes Mr. V,
Mr. V
through the DRS polystyrene block.
Still got DRS though.
Block.
Love, yes, around. No, what a move he was pulling. Is he going to try and rejoin? Is there an incident? I don't think so, but Love, yes, he was looking for a cracking move to try and get back at Canadian Flash Racing, or Minga, apologies, after Minga spun into him, but that's a bit unfortunate. Now Peter Brook's looking for the move. Peter Brook isn't going to hold back. We've seen the move he pulled on Will. Is he going to try and send it up the inside into turn 3? Will is out. What happened to Will? What happened to Will? Safety car is out.
Oh, and it's Lord VS as well. Oh, shit. Don't spin out. Don't, no, 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 no!
That was a nasty hit. Turn the engine off and wait for the marshals.
Not able to answer the phone. Bro.
Okay, the safety car is out. Safety car is out.
Shingo can get a new front wing now.
Pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive.
Mr. V, 10-second penalty, severe collision with FP1 Will. And Love, yes, got a penalty for driving, speeding under safety car. So not the first one, as we're going to cut to James. He's got FP1 Will with him.
I have indeed. I've managed to grab hold of Will. Will, disappointing. Right in the mix there, having a few little battles. Lovely little side-by-side with Peter Brook there. And then suddenly it all went wrong.
Yeah, it was going so well. I want to apologise to Dan as well. I didn't mean to take him out at the beginning. But yeah, my chat enjoyed that at least. So I don't know what happened. I don't even know who hit me.
You got to go for it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know who hit me. I'm guessing it was Mr. V, but I lost the rear coming out the final corner and unfortunately wrong place, wrong time. But hey ho, that happens, and I probably deserved it anyway.
yeah. We just saw the replay there from Eurostream. Actually, you got a bit loose, and it was Mr. V who collected you, unfortunately. But you killed Dan as well.
Yeah, he spun. He was, in fact, he was perpendicular to the circuit, so there wasn't a whole lot I could do. But that's probably still a skill issue on my front. So hey, it'll be fun watching the rest of this though, and you guys have smashed it in setting all this up. So thank you.
There's another casualty, a big casualty. We've lost Dan. F1 Unchained, also a bit of a silent retirement. Love VS has left the session. Okay, Time is now our leader after everything's kind of gone out, but Simple's gone back ahead of him. I assume there's a bit of swapping going on during safety cars. We've lost Will, we have lost F1 Unchained, and we have lost Dan as well. Well, Daryl, he's kind of disappeared for a few laps, hasn't he?
He has, yeah.
Oh, and we have someone backwards.
Bit of a spin for Formula Duck.
One of our contenders, oh no.
So he's going to drop right back. He's down to 10th.
Oh! Oh no! Oh shucks.
That is unfortunate. That's a very big loss of position for something like that.
How is this going to shape out? I assume Daryl's going to absolutely send it from the first lap.
Oh, absolutely. I don't see anything else happening as we've got safety car coming in this lap. He is going to want to reclaim that lead because if he's able to get back into the lead, he can just absolutely run away with it. By the way, please do send in your donations, subscriptions, likes, and everything that comes with it. Much appreciated. As always, we're getting back to back to green flag.
Exactly, yes. Safety car is in this lap. He's gone into the pit lane. Simples is going to control it. He's going to do the same thing as what Daryl did before. Take a late exit. He gets a bit wiggly, and there he goes. He's gone. He's already dropped Law VS. Law VS going to try and stick with him, but Charles is going to try and stick with him in tow, and Daryl is rubbing his hands, looking to make moves on this first lap of racing as we go through now. Sparks YT right behind Daryl, hoping to follow him through as well. One of our contenders in the qualifying session as well, but Simples has absolutely gapped them. There's a whole gaggle of cars. They're going nearly 3 wide into turn 3. Charles has taken P2. He now drops down to P3. Sparks spins around. Daryl is already up to second place and hunting down Simples.
Simples has got 2 seconds of a gap. We're pretty much 2 by 2, almost 3 wide. Coming into Brooklands, we're looking on with Canadian Flash, who's got himself up to 5th place. Mr. V making positions. Dime making positions off of the back. Law VS trying to make a move. Defending through Peter Brook. Mr. V through wide.
3 wide on the way down to Cops. We go side by side in Cops. Is he going to make it 3 wide? No, he thinks better of it, but around the outside goes Peter Brook. What a move around the outside of Cops. And there's 4, 5, 6, 7 cars. 8 cars under a blanket nearly. As we go through side by side everywhere through Maggots and Beckett's. No sign of collision so far. How did they make it through? Mr. V has made a storming race. He's nearly lost the car. And he's just about kept it as Law VS is going to start losing more positions down this straight if he can't hold it around the outside. Up the inside there goes Minga. Peter Brook is just ahead of them. Sparks YT will follow through. Law VS has lost 2 positions. Make that 3 now. Nearly 4, 5.
Spin.
Mr. V is backwards again. No.
And Law
VS is
involved.
Excellent.
Oh my god, that's just gone from bad to worse for Mr. V. Thank you very much, Anonymous, for the gifted sub as we go back to racing anyway. Sparks YT looking to make a couple more moves. We see Dime trying to keep Formula Duck behind. Formula Duck spun behind. The safety car gets bashed wide a small bit, trying to go through. But Law VS, we have the man himself, James. What happened?
Yeah, I've grabbed hold of Law. It was looking so good behind the safety car, restart, up in the top 3. And then it all came crashing down. Now into the pits. What are you thinking for the second half of this race?
Well, quite frankly, basically, it's just like, there's not really much I can do. I got a communicating with the online servers thing, so basically, I lost all control, and I couldn't see where I was going.
Beautiful. That's what we love to hear. Just a complete meltdown inside the car. You're back in the race, though. You're still there. Different strategy, maybe. We know there's going to be another safety car. You're definitely not out of the race. Don't worry.
Yeah, basically, it's just a case of, like, I've just got to try and get my head down and just make the most of the fact that, you know, everyone's now done the pit stops. Anything can happen, as you say. And I do have a set of softs ready to go in case I need them.
Ooh. Love that. Cheeky set of softs to run right at the end of the race. Keep your eyes peeled, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you know what? Close enough. Oh, it's a bit of lag there for Charles, I believe. But we have a whole battle going on up here. Here goes Canadian Flash looking for a moving tyrant. Can't make it work. Peter Brook. And then you see Dime storms around the outside of 2 of them on the way down to Stowe. Dime, can he hold around the outside? He's got the inside for this chicane and nearly touch. But he's going to hold it up the inside. Hold it on the apex. Is he going to push him out wide? Kind of. He doesn't really get it. Formula Duck is going to take his position. See you later. Ooh. Goodbye. Exactly. And then we have more racing. Canadian Flash looking to go for a move. Sparks gets past him. Canadian Flash can't make it work. Peter Brook just sticking his nose in there. But Sparks would love to have that P3 podium position right here. Canadian Flash is trying to hunt him down and take away that opportunity. Peter Brook and Minga Gaiman still very close. Is there going to be side by side into Cops, I wonder? Yes, there is. Is Minga going to make it work up the inside? No, he thinks better of it. That's a lot better. Time gets another penalty, which has been unfortunate after what we saw from him. But he's making good ground. making good ground at the moment. We still have these two absolutely glued, now nose to tail. Minga might have an opportunity. He's maybe cooked it through Maggots and Beckett's, but now Peter Brook is catching onto the back of Canadian Flash. Does Canadian Flash also have the DRS? Minga has the DRS. Is he going to try and send it full ERS? 3 of them have DRS. Now, there's not going to be any moves into here just yet, but maybe into the chicane. We might have to wait for the hanger straight as Minga goes up the inside of Peter Brook. Can Peter Brook hold on around the outside? Kind of at the moment. Not really. Minga gets shoved out wide. Minga gets shoved out wide, and he's going to have to do it all over again, unless he can sweep around the outside of turn 1 fully ERS. Peter Brook lets him have that. We're not going to try and see any massive airplane crashes into turn 1. But wow, these two are starting to go really at it.
Down his side! On Peter!
Are you kidding? How did you do that?
Oh, sorry bro.
How did you get?
Leave it.
How did you get that much speed off?
I don't actually know, to be honest, I don't actually know. Let's go! P6!
That was great. Kept the drive-through club and just had the slingshot down the Sir Lewis Hamilton straight into Abbey. That was a great move from the Italian. Through entry we go once again. Lap 15 of 26. 12 to go here. We're on with Peter Brook. Can he retaliate on the Italian? No, not quite this time. Through the loop and on to entry. Down the Wellington straight we go once again. Minga closing to Canadian Flash. Peter Brook a little bit further behind down the inside. Goes Canadian Flash. Goes Minga on Canadian Flash even. And he does make that move possibly a smidge deep. Through Luffield. Can Canadian Flash get the switch back? Oh, it's on. Here we go.
A bit of contact by going side by side. Coming up. Oh, and a bit of lag back there for Canadian Flash, but they're going side by side. Into Cops. Who's braver? Can he hold around the outside? No, Canadian's going to hold him and shut the door on that one. Minga has to run a bit wider, but Peter Brook is rubbing his hands all the time. Canadian Flash seems to be ghosting a bit, but there's still nose to tail, and somehow Minga gets ahead of Canadian Flash. Must have been due to the lag, but Canadian Flash now has the DRS. He's going to come back, or does he? He does have the DRS. Peter Brook waiting to see these two go side by side, losing time every single time they start battling. But Canadian Flash isn't going to send at the moment, nor is Peter Brook. But Peter Brook is liking the way this is looking in front of him. 10-second penalty for Simples, who makes his pit stop after speeding in the pit lane. No.
Fantastic.
And here's our battle for P2 at the moment. Taron looking for P2. We told you he'd be shooting for this race. He's looking very good. He's maybe a bit too far back for a dive, though. Sparks has that covered.
Yeah, good a bit too far away. 10 to go now. As we're on with Peter Brook now coming into Brooklands. What's happened to Sparks? Yellows through this section.
Oh,
Sparks has spun!
Sparks has ended it. Sparks has spun. Sparks has binned his chance at P2. And now the fight for the podium is between Minga and Canadian Flash and Peter Brook.
Oh, Sparks was a bit too greedy on the throttle there.
Oh my word, who would have thought that? Just a couple of minutes ago, these guys were fighting for 5th and 6th. Now they're fighting for 3rd, 4th, and even 5th now, with Peter Brook involved as well. But Canadian Flash is sort of dropping back a little bit. I think he'll still have DRS this time, but next time I'm not so sure.
It seems like Peter Brook really wants to get past, as Dime makes a bit of a swapper around there. Sparks managed to get back up to 7th. Is Peter Brook going to make the move up the inside? I wonder. He might do. He might give it a quick go, but we're going to have to see now in a second. We still have the blanket podium place battle, and Peter Brook receives a penalty as well for track limits. That's a bit unfortunate now, but Canadian Flash dropped back quite a bit from Minga at the moment as well. But Peter Brook wants that 4th place. He has the DRS. He's going to close up. He's going to open it up. Is he going to deploy the battery? Canadian Flash is helpless going down towards Stowe. Peter Brook looks to the outside. He's going to hold the line, and he's going to take that move around the outside. Beautifully done. Textbook move. Sparks as well, moving up past Formula Duck, who's been unfortunate for Formula Duck. He spun on the safety car and dropped down to 10th. But Sparks is looking to make his recovery, and anything can happen now come the end. Formula Duck's still sticking to Sparks, but Sparks is catching Canadian Flash and Peter Brook hand over fist at the moment. As we go on to the straight here, DRS open for Canadian Flash. Peter Brook just ahead, saving battery. He's not using any of it at the moment, but Canadian Flash can't really make an impression. He seems to be dropping back a small bit just due to lag, but at the moment he'll have to sit behind Peter Brook.
Already, actually, as they come onto the Wellington.
It's now a four-way battle for P4. Minga seems to have checked out away from Peter Brook, probably distracted by the battle. Here goes Canadian Flash with DRS. Is going to make an impression. Not this time. He might try the switch pack. Coming into Brooklands, but there's been almost contact. He's sending up the inside. He's hit Peter Brook. He's gone sideways a bit, and this opens the door for Sparks YT and Formula Duck to try and go at it. What is going on here? This battle has spawned out of nowhere, and now we have 4 cars battling for P4. What is going on as they have a look into Cops? Think the better. They're going to hold off. Canadian Flash dropping back again due to the lag, but Peter Brook is trying to get away a bit. He's got a half a second gap. These 3 cars separated by about 0.3 of a second as we go on to the straight here. Now, Peter Brook may be safe, but you can see behind Canadian Flash under threat as Sparks goes through. Very convincingly, it seems like Canadian Flash hasn't used any battery or DRS, but Sparks is making his climb back up to Peter Brook. He's right behind him now. A Formula Duck kind of left in the weeds there. Canadian Flash has lost another position. He nearly lost a second one there as well, as Taron gets another 3-second penalty for time penalty warnings, or sorry, track cutting warnings. But there we go. The order has changed quite a bit in the space of 2 corners. Can Sparks get past Peter Brook and claim back a podium position?
CF Racing and Formula Duck goes side by side through the village and the loop. Canadian Flash defends it quite well, but now, problem here, coming down the Wellington onto Brooklands. He's side by side now, 2 abreast, coming into turn 6. And he does make that move, does the Duck quacking away and trying to get after the top 5. So he is in 6th place, made a move, and he's trying to recover from the Roman Grosjean moment that he had a couple of laps ago.
Looking for the move as well. Peter Brook is a sitting duck at the moment. He's going to try and defend the inside. Kind of helpless at the moment. And there goes Sparks through. It's Formula Duck had to get out of a DRS close as well. Maybe a bit of a late defense there.
Couple of laps here. Formula Duck into Abby, does he? He's got the inside. He's holding it, you know, through farm. Careful, lap traffic of Lorviette in the way. And that is great play by Peter Brook, using that lap traffic as like a bit of a blockade to try and slow Formula Duck and keep himself ahead.
I don't want harm. I come in peace. Where are these slow cars here? Is this lapped? They are lapped cars. Cute. I'm getting past here. Maybe not. Oh my gosh, that was scary.
But how long is that going to last? Exactly, that's what I was going to say. Down the Wellington straight we go once again. Formula Duck outside into Brooklands. Peter Brook still holding that inside line, but that is going to be the outside for Luffield, and that is nowhere you want to be. But Randy goes off full clear contact as well.
Duck gets it all sideways on the exit, and Peter Brook goes straight into the back of him. I don't think there's any damage, but that has definitely hurt their chances of staying in the battle with Sparks and Minga. As speaking of, Sparks has taken a second out of Minga, and we haven't even completed a lap yet. That is absolutely mental at the moment. Simple's going for a move, and Mr. V up the inside on those soft tires. He is so much more rubber. Mr. V has nothing in answer to him.
As we're on board now with the man with the electric power, does he make a striking move into turn 5? No, not quite, but he is closing. He is right there. And again, were things to finish right now, he would have that podium anyway because of that 3-second penalty on Minga. Through Woodcut, down towards Cops. Opportunity here. We've seen a couple moves into there, but he does look a little bit too far away this time.
Sparks YT, though, there's no worries about pronouncing his name. We've said it so many times now, and this is why he's gone for the podium. After spinning out of the podium places but a few laps ago, he's back up into the podium positions, dropped all the way down to 7th, 8th position. He's managed to get back up to the podium. What a drive back to P3. Wow.
Oh, mate, brilliant stuff. I don't quite think he's going to be able to close 5 seconds to get second place on penalties, but we'll see what happens. Not out of the realms of possibility. Here comes Mr. V. No, that's Simples actually on Charles. Round the outside of Stowe. Didn't actually need to brake for that one. Both go slightly deep into turn 15. And Simples back into 9th place. But again, at the moment, looks to lose it on penalties anyway. So there's a lot of stuff that can happen as we're on a lap and a half to go, really. But credit to Daryl, he's just ran away with it. I mean, we've barely spoken about him, but that's because we've barely had to. He's on 19 seconds of a gap after a safety car restart on lap 10, which is just an insane pace.
I mean, he's kind of walked away. We saw it in qualifying. He got pole by nearly half a second. He wasn't really anywhere kind of near the start of the race after making pit stops and all the rest, but he shot up to the lead in about 2 laps after that safety car restart. He hasn't looked back since either.
Final lap now.
Yeah, Mia trying to maybe keep with Sparks if there's anything that happens, and Sparks has already spun, so it could happen again. But again, we have to mention Daryl. He's kind of taken it. He's run away with the Taron as well, made a very clean. He's just had a clean kind of drive as well. Yeah, with Sparks, what a drive we had from him the last few laps to get back into that podium position. What a move from him. Minga Gaiman coming across to complete his final lap, and Formula Ducks dropped a bit back from him, and Peter Brook has dropped a bit back away. So it might be a bit of an anticlimactic finish, but nonetheless, it's been an incredible race. He might be looking to go for fastest lap. He might be looking to bring it home. But Daryl, after an absolutely dominant weekend, taking pole, taking the fastest lap, taking the race win, comes across to win the first Creator Slop Series. What a drive from him. Someone even calling him for stopping in the chat. But, wow, what a drive. There's nothing really you can fault with him there. Taron then will come across in second place in a few moments' time, and Sparks will join him on the podium. Should he keep it straight out of the final corner? Taron comes home in second place, 23 seconds behind Daryl. Sparks, after that incredible comeback drive from P7, comes back to finish on the podium. Minga finishes 4th, but is relegated to 5th as Formula Duck gets promoted from 5th place with the penalty. Peter Brook, what a brilliant display of racecraft from himself as well. What a race from him. He gave us a great bit of spectacle of racing. Canadian Flash as well comes across 7th after featuring in a good bit of racing too. Dime finishing 8th, a nice quiet race for him at the moment. Simples, after starting on that hard tyre, was leading for a bit, has to come home and settle for 9th place at the moment. Charles at the moment will come across to take P10, the final point, and Mr. V, the soldier himself on the controller, comes across to finish in 11th and round out our grid. What a race. Law VS, unfortunately, a lap down after having issues, but it was always fun to take part. Wow.
And that was it. From me crashing out on lap 1 to Daryl's dominant win, Taron in P2, and Sparks' incredible podium comeback, as well as all of the crashes and mayhem in between. That was the first ever Creator Slop race. Don't get me wrong, there were plenty of issues. F124 moment. But overall, it was a success, and I'd keep your eyes peeled for some more. Big thank you to the channel members who make this all possible. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye!